Everyone, welcome back. I'm going to be moving forward. I'm going to be doing these kinds of videos just for my announcements to keep the files shorter, so hopefully we can upload it quicker. So I want to take the time to just make announcements. I'll also make announcements weekly on Canvas, so be on the lookout. Where the area you'll see my announcements come up on is over here in Canvas. If you're here on your homepage for our class, Food Service Nutrition FAB 167, you're going to go down to announcements, and this is where my announcements are at, so that way I don't have to email you weekly. If I do have to email you, it might be a little bit more urgent, or it might be an email to remind you like, hey, start checking those weekly announcements, because this is where a lot of the action is going to take place. So I wanted to let you know that today I'm going to be making a lot of announcements. So I'm going to have this as a virtual format and then a format in the announcements area as well. So it'll be written out. So submit assignment number 1. If you go to your assignments, Chapter 1 assignment, if you look, is due tomorrow, March 24th, which is a Tuesday at 4 p.m. So in here in the instructions is our instructions for food processor. We're no longer using food processor. We're using MyFitnessPal, which I go over in my video. So that's the other thing I wanted to remind you of. It's really simple. You just go to MyFitnessPal and you sign up. So you create a free account, and then once you've created that account, just take a screenshot. And then the instructions for screenshots are right here in your modules. Under week 1 assignments, you'll see take screenshots on PC and take screenshots on Mac. If you have any questions, let me know, but please let me know tomorrow. As a reminder, I'm hosting virtual office hours tomorrow, every Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then 5 to 7 p.m. So anyone mornings are better or nights are better, I split up our 4-hour class period. I'm also going to be uploading audio recordings over my PowerPoints. I'm also going to upload the PowerPoints. Nobody has emailed me that they need them, but I'm just going to go ahead and upload them every week. So feel free to print them out ahead of time, and as you're watching my video, take notes, because our tests are based on my lecture recording. So it's really important for you to be taking notes. The other thing I want to make an announcement about was so in here, you'll see in your modules section, you're going to see my introduction and syllabus video. So if you click here and you get this, you just click this link right here and it'll take you to my first video. So it's got 7 views, so that's great. So there's 15 people in the class, so let's try to get that up to 15. The other video that I recorded, which is an example of the audio lectures that I'll be putting up, is lecture 1. Again, you might see this. I'm not sure why that's appearing. Hopefully in future when I embed the video into Canvas, it won't do that, but you just click that link and it takes you, like, this is going to be the audio version, so you don't see my face in it. It uploads much faster, and we need that for moving forward. So like I said, I'll do these kinds of videos for announcements and instructions, and then I'll just do audio recording for the PowerPoint. So I'll upload the PowerPoint for chapter 1 here, and then, or here, I guess there's already some, this is already set up, so I should probably just put it there. And I'll do the same for the PowerPoints here. One thing I wanted to remind you of is to start your 3-day food record. If you see right here, it's due on the 31st, but you got to start working on it now, because the homework for this week for chapters 2 and 3, you need to reference your 3-day food log. So all that is, let me go ahead and show you. This has instructions if we were using food processor. The instructions are the exact same, just using MyFitnessPal. So if you have any questions, again, virtual office hours, what I mean by that is I will be available for you. You can use email or you can use this chat function. And here you'll see that I'm the one person online. It's me. So you'll see that I'm here. And oh, look at that. Here, I'll turn that on so I don't miss it. So tomorrow from 10 to 12, you can utilize this function, and from 5 to 7 p.m. Okay, next I've got my little list, so bear with me. I'm going down the list. So submit your first assignment, due tomorrow at 4 p.m. Check out my first couple of videos, which the first video goes over the syllabus, and then the second video is chapter 1 lecture. Make sure you're checking Canvas daily for reminders, and you're going to that announcement section. All right, next, the discussion board. So here I started a discussion board that's called Getting to Know You. Thank you to Martha who replied, let's get more in here. So here I'm going to be trying to post Getting to Know You activities each week. So it's an opportunity for us to get to know each other virtually. I want more of this face-to-face interaction. So if you feel comfortable being on camera and you want to do a little video, I believe there's a function here that you can do that. If not, I'll see if I can create that function in here. But we're doing, for the first week's activity, which was last week, but it's okay, you can still participate this week, is 2 truths and a lie. So Martha and I both posted our 2 truths and a lie, and then you guess which one you think is the lie. So do that so we can keep the fun going. And then in here, I haven't created the board yet, but I'm going to create a board for review questions. So each week I'm going to put review questions based on the chapter lecture material. And hint, 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 this is a clue that some of the answering those questions, and you can always verify with me if they're right or wrong or you have questions, answering those questions will help you out because they're based on questions you're going to see on the test. So when is our first test? You got to check your syllabus. So I've got the syllabus pulled up. You can also check here in Canvas, but I like to use the syllabus because I can see everything in front of me. I really like that view. But if not, then you go to Canvas, and if you click quizzes, test 1. So this test is online. It will open up for you April 7th at 9 p.m. If you want me to open it up sooner during that day, I can. That's no problem. What you'll have from April 7th to April 14th to take the test. However, it is 50 questions and you only get 1 hour. So basically I opened it up for this week so that you can pick a day that works better. So Tuesday through Tuesday, it's 1 week, but you only have 1 hour. So you have 50 questions, so that's only 1.2, like a minute, a little bit more than a minute to answer each question. So definitely get on that. So if you look at the syllabus, I like looking at this view because, okay, so tomorrow's the 24th. So I'm going to be lecturing on chapters 2 and 3. I'll upload those electronically to Canvas. Bring 3-day food log. So I know it's a rough start to our class. So I just want you to start your 3-day food log tomorrow. Like, if you can start tomorrow, great, but you need 3 days. So try to get a typical food log going. What does a food log look like? So if you go back here to modules and you go to, I thought I had it here. Hold on one sec, because I clicked this earlier. So you're going to click this. You're going to download this, so save it. And this is what it's going to look like. So this is your 3-day food log, and here are the instructions. Here is an example of a 1 day of the food log. So you're going to get as accurate as you can. I'm trying to remember that I have this function. Okay, so you're going to get as accurate as you can. So you want to try and measure everything out, so as best as you can, just roughly, simply. 1 bagel, for example, how much butter did you use? 2 tablespoons. And the reason why you want to be as specific as possible is because you're going to input this food and how much into MyFitnessPal. So that's the whole reason why you created that account. So you go to MyFitnessPal, and once you log in, you'll see where you can enter food. And if the food if you're looking through MyFitnessPal and it's not exactly what the 3-day food log is requiring, like say it's a different brand, just try to get as close as possible. Or if you have the nutrition facts or the menu from the restaurant you ordered from with you, you can input it yourself too. So we just really want to get an accurate estimate of the carbohydrates, protein, and fat you're intaking, as well as micronutrients, so vitamins and minerals. And MyFitnessPal will calculate all that out for you. So you can do that on your computer. You can also use the MyFitnessPal app on your phone and create the count there, and you can input food there. I used it. I think it's a great function. Let's see. Okay, So we went over that. All right, I went over my virtual office hours, start your 3-day food log. You need it for this week's assignment. So if we go to, we're in assignments, so if we go back here, if you look at these assignments, you've got Chapter 2 assignments due next Tuesday and Chapter 3. If you go through those instructions, there's going to be instructions for food processor. We're not using that. We're using MyFitnessPal, but it's essentially the same. You're going to take info from your day 1, if you can, from your food log, and you're going to input it into MyFitnessPal. You're going to take a screenshot of what MyFitnessPal, the macro and micronutrients. So there's a section in MyFitnessPal, and I'll see if I can get a screenshot of it, but there's a section in MyFitnessPal where it analyzes everything. It shows you your carbohydrates, your protein, and your fat. And here it's saying, does it meet the MyPlate guidelines? Why or why not? We're going to go over that in lecture 2. And if you had complete control over the production of your food for the day, and time and money were not an issue, describe a meal that fits the MyPlate guidelines that you would prepare and eat. If you have questions about that after my lecture, feel free to email me or talk to me during the chat. More than happy to help. You can, and then submit a screenshot of your MyPlate report, as well as document with the answers to the questions you may need to complete 2 submissions. You may or may not, and that's totally fine. If you have to, just when you go down here, you're going to submit. Okie dokie. Let's go to Chapter 3, just so we're reviewing it together. So here, submit a list of all the foods you ate from all 3 days of your food record. So for next week, on March 31st, which is a week from tomorrow, you're going to need to have completed your 3-day food log, and you can't do the assignments for chapters 2 and 3 without that food log, so it's really important. So you're going to submit a list of all the foods you ate from all 3 days of your food record that contain sugar, starch, and or fiber. I'm going over this in chapter 3. If you're still unsure, feel free to email me or reference the book. The book is a great resource. Or reference my PowerPoint. That will work too. And you're going to answer all of these questions. So all of our assignments are due Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Alrighty, so that's all the announcements that I have for today. I just want to make sure that I had some face-to-face contact with you. I hope that you guys are having a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy. Wishing you and your loved ones the best, and I'm here if you need me. So reach out. I'm here. We'll make the most of it. Have a good night.